Hello and welcome to week 4 of the Super Sluggers Association.
Let's fucking go!
Here we're going to have a match between the Logan Monarchs and the Taylor Monsters here on Nighttime, Wario City. Pitching for the Monsters, we're going to have Green Magikoopa. Leading off for the Logan Monarchs is going to be Light Blue Yoshi. The Monarchs coming off of a thrilling victory against the Harrison Spitballs. That's going to line out to the second baseman. And the Monsters coming off of a comeback victory against the Henry Wilds. A thrilling 18-17 victory, I believe. As Red Pianta is going to hit one into the outfield. It will jump off the arrow to left field, and that will be a double. Here we'll see Green Toad up to bat. Picked up after being shot and left in a ditch by the Wyatt Knights. Was signed to the Monarchs as Green Toad's going to hit it deep to center, and that's going to be off the wall for a double. Red Pianta in safely to third. Here we'll see Blue Pianta up, runners on second and third. And that's going to be over the head of the second baseman into the arrow. That will be an RBI single.
The arrows are going to play an interesting mechanic in this game.
You have to think they're going to benefit the Monarchs more than they'll benefit the Monsters, because the Monsters will just hit the ball out of the stadium. As Einstein comes up to bat, runners on the corners, and that's going to be a double play. So it'll be a one-run first there for the Monarchs. You have to think Toad probably could have scored, but Pianta was held up on third, seeing where the ball would have gone. Pitching for the Monarchs is going to be Blue Pianta, and up to bat is Drybones. As the manager of the Monsters said, yes, the arrows are going to play a big factor in this game, as Drybones hits it deep but foul. In fact, the Taylor Monsters come into this game as 7.5 point favorites, or 7.5 run favorites, the biggest spread to date. As Drybone's going to hit the outfield, Einstein cannot make it. That'll be a single.
Einstein just barely missing it. Drybones on first.
Brown Critter up to bat is going to hit it over the head of the shortstop. That's going to go back to the wall. It'll be a long single as Drybones goes into third. Up
And
to
now
bat
the biggest hitter.
Up to bat is Bowser, leading the league in slugging and OPS. As he's going to hit a fly ball out to Blooper, will not be deep enough to score a run. That'll be out. Here we'll see Firebro. He has a home run already this year, 4 extra base hits coming into this Week 4 game. As Firebro's going to hit it to right field, it's past the Colonel. That's going to be a single. It will score Drybones. It'll make it a 1-1 game at the bottom of the first.
Brown Critter on third after that as well.
Up now, Red Critter. And that'll be hit in the outfield. It'll go up to the wall. That'll be an RBI single. Once again, we're going to have runners at the corners.
I'd be curious to see how the defense currently will handle if a ball manages to strike one of the arrows, how badly or, good it could hurt their chances.
Well spoken. Boomerang Bro up to the plate now. He's currently batting .588. Monsters. 3 extra base hits, including a home run, as that's hit to left field for a single. That'll score a run. It's 3-1 now in favor of the Monsters. Here we have up Magikoopa. Surprising bit of power from Magikoopa. She does not have any home runs yet this year, as that gets just past the Pianta into the outfield, hits an arrow, no one was ready for it. Magikoopa's in for a double, that will score another run. 4 early runs for the Taylor Monsters. You gotta think, they keep hitting it over the second baseman, over the shortstop. That you would hope, as Green Magikoopa is going to hit a deep ball foul, you would hope that they would have some sort of range or ability, these middle infielders, to grab these balls, but doesn't appear so, as that's going to be another ball hit to the center fielder. Blooper's going to catch it. It's a close play at home, and that will be a sacrifice fly for Green Magikoopa. That will score a run. And in the first inning, Blue Pianta is tired. Bowser Jr., up to the plate now, raised his batting average to 294. He's been the weak link on offense for the Monsters, as he's going to use his power here. Hit to the outfield, Colonel Sanders. Colonel Sanders, that's going to be out at second, but I believe it will score a run. But yeah, that's it. Bowser Jr. with a single tries to stretch it to 2 and gets thrown out, but it will be an RBI single. Up 6-1 now, the Taylor Monsters. Green Magikoopa pitching to Blooper, who hits the outfield. That will be a fly out to the left fielder. And Colonel Sanders is going to line out to the shortstop. Here we'll see Blue Dry Bones is 8 for 8 so far this year, make it 9 for 9.
Ooh, right past the pitcher to get it to second, runner on first.
Here we see Peach. Peach batting 125 this year, is in the running for least valuable player. That is going to be hit to the outfield, and that will end the inning.
Not a great start for the Logan Monarchs, but as we've seen, it is possible for a team to come back against the Taylor Monsters. Just take last night's game, the last game of Week 3, for example.
And to start the second inning, Blue Pianta will be taken out for Peach. We had a little bit of a stutter there. Thankfully, we're okay, as Drybones up to the plate is going to hit a deep ball foul.
A lot of power in that, but hopefully you can keep it in the field this time.
One thing to keep in mind is that you expect, as we're going to see a single to center field, you expect the Monsters to hit many, many home runs. We'll have to see how they can overcome the chemistry in the outfield. As not many of these outfielders are known pitchers, they should be able to stay out there for the majority of the game. It seems like the Monsters aren't having any trouble so far, as they just keep hitting it short, and it will roll all the way to the wall. Brown Critter to the plate.
Brown Critter struggling to get anything off. Oh, there he goes.
Single to the center fielder.
First and second loaded.
Here we have Bowser up to the plate. Flew out. Last time is going to hit the Green Toad, who's going to try to turn 2 and will. Throws it to second, down to first for the double play. It will advance the runner to third, but not at the efficiency rate you want. As Fire Bro comes to the plate. As that is sent to deep right field, I don't think Blooper's going to get there in time, and Fire Bro with a 2-run home run to right.
It was a great thing that the Logan Monarchs defense managed to get those 2 out, because that would have been 4 right there for the Taylor Monsters.
Just a little too late getting over to right field, Blooper, and that will be a 2-run shot. Up next, Red Critter. And Red Critter's going to send it deep. Can the Colonel get there? Oh. Yes, as that's going to be a buddy jump to rob the home run. A nice play there. Blooper soars into the sky to get the out.
Scores 1-8 going to the top of the third. Can the Logan Monarchs make ground against the Taylor Monsters defense?
As we see light blue Yoshi batting .286 so far this year. Normally plays shortstop. He's going to fly out to left field. Continues his struggle in hitting. The new acquisition as of last week, Red Pianta now up to the plate. Red Pianta's going to send it to the outfield. Bowser's there.
And he gets nuked.
Another new acquisition off the waiver wire, Green Toad. As Green Magikoopa has pitched a great game so far today. We'll see if she can continue. 2 strikes for Green Toad.
Interesting not to swing there.
And that's going to be a strikeout for Green Magikoopa. A nice
Interesting
pitch there,
play
gaining
by
the corner.
Green Toad. Gotta wonder why Green Toad didn't swing on the second one, but that'll be up to the coach to talk to Green Toad about.
Now Peach pitching to Boomerang Bro. That's going to go just past the shortstop. For some reason, Light Blue Yoshi not using his tongue catch. With the help of the arrow, that is going to be a double for Boomerang Bro. I'll tell you what, we should speak to the manager, coach of the Taylor Monsters. They are playing the game they need to be playing. I warned all of you fans, as that's going to be a deep fly ball for Magikoopa. Doesn't know if there's room, and that's going to be a buddy
Just
jump
making
out.
it.
But it looks like the Monsters are playing the game they need to play, playing these arrows rather than going for the home run. I told you guys about how the buddy jump could come into play, and they have read the scouting report. They're playing the right game. Should speak with coach of the Taylor Monsters to see if this was the game plan.
We here at Taylor Monsters, we like to show off our power. We like to show our dominance, but we also need to not just show our exterior muscles, but our brain muscles, you see. And, just ignore what may or may not occur here in a second. We're using the arrows to our benefit. Dry Bones, the bat was slippery. Anyways, back to you.
As we're going to see Bowser Jr. get a single into the outfield, and Dry Bones hits a deep fly ball. Blooper gets over in time to launch Einstein, and caught on the base path was Green Magikoopa. That's going to be a double play to end the inning. As amazingly, the Monsters are only going to get out of there with 1 run having scored. It's 9-1 in favor of the Monsters. Here we'll see Blue Pianta. Blue Pianta's going to send it to the outfield, deep in the corner, left center. That'll be a long single. Einstein comes up. Einstein looking to bunt.
You know, for such a smart guy, he really botched that bunt. Oh.
It's going to advance the runner, but not the play you want to see. I guess it takes away a possible ground ball double play to bring Blooper up to the plate, but it's a real questionable decision as Blooper is going to send it deep, and it's going to fall foul. Blooper batting .444 has yet to get an extra base hit. That's going to be a nice dive there for Brown Critter on the lineout, almost turns 2. A great play there from the shortstop. Colonel Sanders up to bat. Colonel Sanders, one of the best players here on the Logan Monarchs. Kind of an all-around guy. Can bat, can pitch, can field. Is going to hit a ground ball into Blue Magikoopa, who will use her scepter ability and grab that for the out. Green Magikoopa appears tired. We'll have to keep track of that going into the 5th. But here we are in the bottom of the 4th. Brown Critter, who just made the nice dive at shortstop, up to the plate.
And we get some powerful hitters right up now for the Taylor Monsters.
Brown Critter's going to send
But-
it deep. Oh no, the
Oh, no.
environment is going to allow that to be a home run, a deep shot for Brown Critter. It looks like they would have been there in time, but the left fielder, I believe that's Einstein, was struck by the pothole, or the manhole, and that's going to make it a 10-1 game. Peach tired. Here we
Not a
see
great
Bowser
sign
up
to
to bat.
see.
I do not believe Bowser has a hit yet today. And he hammers that, but it's foul.
Bowser struggling on this Wario map, Wario City
He's
map.
going to send it
Let's
deep
see if he can make any
again.
ground.
Can the Colonel
Ooh,
get
but they're
over?
gonna make it.
They can't. It's above the hat. They can't reach it. Bowser is going to make me eat my words with a solo shot to center field.
Back-to-back home runs by the Taylor Monsters.
You have to wonder if the coach of the Monarchs has tuned into this game or not, or if he is simply letting the massacre go on.
Now Red Pianta. Pianta.
Red Pianta pitching.
Red Pianta taking in bottom of the fourth, already third pitcher. Not a great sign for the Logan Monarchs, but let's see how they fare.
We're going to see Fire Bro hit a deep ball to right field. That'll be a long single.
Red Critter up the bat. Ooh, that's high.
Red
Can they
Critter's
make it
going
in
to send it to the
time?
wall. Is there room? He's at the wall. He's going to have to reach up. He's going to
Yep.
get the out. Just barely. Another foot. That might have been gone. Here we'll see Boomerang Bro. Boomerang Bro's going to hit it to left field. That will be a hit. A long single will advance Fire Bro to third base. Boomerang Bro and Fire Bro both about top 15% hitters in the league so far. As we're going to see Magikoopa. She was removed from the starting position. She'd been the starter for the last 2 days pitching, but with a 27 ERA. Sorry, a 17 ERA. She'd been removed, as that's going to be a close play at the plate. As Fire Bro's going to score, that'll be an RBI single for Magikoopa.
Looks like a foul.
It's green Magikoopa
Fire
now.
Bro literally knocked the fuck out of, what is it? Dry Bones.
Green Magikoopa's going to line out to Peach to end the inning. A number of home runs that inning, 2 of them, as well the RBI single there will make it a 12-1 ball game. Blue Dry Bones up to the plate. 9 for 9. Can we see his hitting streak continue? 2 early strikes.
I mean, the first one was close to being a ball.
And we're going to see it be 10 for 10 for Blue Dry Bones. As Green Magikoopa tired once again, here we see Peach. Peach batting 125. 1 single on 8 plate appearances, as she's going to ground into a double play. You have to think
Not
she
great.
will not be a manager next year at this rate. And we'll see Light Blue Yoshi. A nice diving catch there from Brown Critter will take us to the bottom of the inning.
You know, in previous games, Justin, I have to point out, we've seen a lot of the Taylor Monsters dominating on the offense, with some teams managing to keep up. This seems to be the case again, along with the defense, a lot stronger compared to previous games by the Taylor Monsters.
Here we're going to see, again, pitching Red Pianta to Bowser Jr. Bowser Jr. struggled in the first few games, has started to find his own as he's going to fly out with a nice reach down there to right field to bring up Dry Bones. He is batting 9th for a reason, but doing a lot better than he was before. Dry Bones going to hit a single to center field. In fact, he was on the trade block there for a while, reports tell me. But after his performance in the last game, not great, but pretty good, he was removed from that trade block. So Brown Critter's going to send it to deep right field. A buddy jump will save that home run.
These two, along with Einstein, are keeping the outfield locked down from any home runs. I'd be curious to see what the score would be if not for those three defending the outfield for any home runs.
Well, I can tell you this, we wouldn't be talking about the game, we'd be talking about something else had that outfield not had that chemistry, as Bowser comes up to the plate, a home run in his last appearance. That's sent to deep left field, it's going to be off the wall to Einstein, it'll be a long single. Bowser now with 4 home runs, that is tied for the league lead, as Firebro absolutely crushes one, and that is too high for the buddy jump, a 3-run shot for the Monsters.
You know, we talk about Bowser dominating the league with his batting, but Firebro consistently putting in the work for the Taylor Monsters as well. We cannot sleep on him.
The Monsters have about 7 excellent hitters and 2 pretty good hitters. And it's unfortunate for all the other teams in the league to have to go through this, as Red Critter is going to hammer one, and that, I don't know if Einstein's going to make it. He will, just barely. Wow. The environment played a factor there, but Red Critter gets a home run robbed by this outfield.
Red Critter just hit it slightly too high. Had it been a little lower, Einstein may not have made it in time for that home run. Top of the 6th, 15-1.
This is a blowout, folks. You can't help but feel sorry, in a way, for the Monarchs. They've been going through it this year, as Red Pianta is going to pop up to Brown Critter. Green Magikoopa tired for the 3rd time. Green Toad gonna hit to the outfield for a single to right field. But yeah, Logan has the worst point differential in the league so far this year at -20. He's 1-2. He is in that Western division with Irene and Harrison, so he has a few winnable games coming up as Bowser comes in to pitch to Blue Pianta, and that's going to be a double play hit to the second baseman. But you have to think he's going to have to win that division if he wants to have a chance at making these playoffs. If he doesn't, I don't see it happening. I don't think he claims a wild card. Especially with that point differential. He will lose practically any tiebreaker. I suppose head-to-head is the main tiebreaker, so maybe if he can get a few clutch wins, but we're going to see Boomerang Bro lead off with a single there. And the Taylor Monsters, I mean, already looking to be 4-0 with a massive point differential, showing why they are the team to beat in this league, as we're going to see Magikoopa with a single to left field. It's hard to see any team, even the Justin Fireballs, compete with this Monsters team. I don't know, do you see it?
Ooh, that was almost a triple.
As Green Magikoopa is going to line to a double play. Do you see anyone competing with this Monsters team, Taylor?
The only team that I could see standing a chance to beat them outright is the Justin Fireballs.
That's going to be a single to center field for Bowser Jr. having a nice game today. Bring up Dry Bones. They just don't have the consistent hits that I've seen the Taylor Monsters have. It's going to be another close play and another slide-in safe for Magikoopa. That's going to make it, what, 16-1?
16-1.
Dry Bones
Brown
with an RBI
Critter
single.
Is up.
Brown Critter is going to send it deep.
High.
Will the Colonel make it in time? No, that's going to be a 3-run shot to make it 19-1. And
this game is lining up to be the biggest blowout, the current biggest blowout. It's funny enough, the Logan Monarchs taking on the Justin Fireballs, a game that went 20-1. And, well, we still got the rest of this inning, along with a couple more. Can't say.
Blue Dry Bones.
Fourth pitcher of this game?
It's been hard to keep track. There's been too many home runs. As Bowser's going to send it to right field, they're not even going to try for it.
20-1, officially matching the Justin Fireballs to Logan Monarchs game of Week 2, 20-1. And I gotta say, this game's only gonna get wider in that point difference.
Well, rather than try and discuss this game in its entirety, let's talk about the rest of the league. As we have Irene and Jared coming up as Firebro comes to the plate.
You know, speaking of talking about other teams, we were speaking recently about the possibilities of certain teams meeting the top 6. And a game like this is really going to hurt the Logan Monarchs' chances when you take a fellow team who is struggling, say the Harrison Spitballs, whose chances in the top 6 are looking a lot better. And finally, the 6th inning comes to an end.
As
22-1
Firebro is going to ground out to the second baseman. Einstein up to the plate, Bowser pitching. But you know, Logan does currently have the tiebreaker over Harrison, having the head-to-head. They will meet again, and if Logan does not win in that one, point differential will come into effect.
Well, hopefully the Harrison Spitballs can pray for victory, because Logan Monarchs struggling right now.
Blooper comes to the plate after that leadoff single to center field. Blooper's going to hit center field. That'll be a single.
Ooh. Oh, no bases gained off the POW.
Here we see the Colonel trying to shuffle deck chairs on the Titanic. And Magic Koopa is going to grab that for a triple play.
Oh, a triple.
Folks, I think you can shut off the TV, turn off the lights, and go to bed. This game, it's over. As we roll into the bottom of the 7th.
In our final game of Week 3, we witnessed a fantastic comeback in the top of the 8th. I think it's impossible to get to that point.
Red Critter home run. Man.
This game is racking up the home runs.
Some people thought that 7.5 point spread was a little too much. No, it wasn't. As we're going to see, what, our 6th pitcher? What happens when the Monarchs run out of pitchers? Do they just stick whoever's last in there for the rest of the game? Einstein comes up to pitch. Boomerang Bro is going to hit it to Blue Pianta at first. That's going to be an out. But back to the other games in the league. We're going to have Irene against Jared. The Irene Monkeys against the Jared Muscles. The Monkeys are 3.5 point favorites in that game. Magic Koopa hitting a single to center field. What do you think of that game?
Honestly, the Irene Monkeys have been the wild card of the league. They are quite literally unpredictable. I've heard rumors that their bench player Diddy is going to be making a abrupt, unpopular return, but that remains to be seen.
We're
And finally,
into a double play.
The defense of the Logan Monarchs finally stopping the Taylor Monsters.
Blue Drybones, the only bright spot of this team, is shut out, and it's no longer perfect for Blue Drybones as his 10-for-10 streak comes to an end in the 11th try. It's going to be a ground out to second base. Also this week, we're going to have Harrison, the Harrison Spitballs, playing against the Alex Eggs. Harrison, 5.5 point favorites. What do you see in that game? This Peach is going to hit a double to right field.
I'm sorry,
the Harrison Spitballs, as that's going to be a fielder choice, playing against the Alex Eggs, 5.5 point favorite, the Harrison Spitballs over the Eggs.
I'm curious to see where that game goes. The Alex Eggs still not picking up a victory this season. I think it's an important game for the Harrison Spitballs potentially as well when it comes to that point difference later on in the league if Harrison does beat the Logan Monarchs in their tiebreaker.
That's going to be an RBI double there for Red Pianta. We'll make it 2 runs there for the Monarchs. I'll tell you what, though, the Alex Eggs have a surprisingly good pitching core. Harrison kind of thriving and surviving off of singles. With a good pitcher, that may not go through. That being said, the middle infield, I believe, is where the Eggs lack in talent. We'll have to see if they can grab a bunch of balls like the Critters had in this game, as we're finally going to see another run for the Logan Monarchs to make it 21-2.
It is worth mentioning as well, looking at the entire league, the Alex Eggs is one of the only 2 teams to not change their original roster early out with the Taylor Monsters in the bottom of the 8th. Dry Bones up.
It's going to be a lineup from Bowser Jr. to the shortstop. Dry Bones up to bat. The last game of the week is going to be the Wyatt Knights against the Justin Fireballs. That game, a toss-up. As Dry Bones is going to send one to deep center. Not a chance.
I think that game's going to be a bit tough. I think the Wyatt Knights have had some surprising losses to other teams, such as the Irene Monkeys, and I mean, come on, the Justin Fireballs, excuse me, have been steadily keeping pace with the Taylor Monsters. Only difference is the bye week that they went through week 1. 2 strikes on Brown Critter.
Brown Critter's going to hit to left field. That'll be a single. Boy,
For a moment there, that was going to be 3 strikes.
This game
Bowser
just
up.
keeps going, doesn't it? Bowser up is going to hit to center field. Blooper not there in time, but will corral it and throw out Brown Critter at second. That's going to be a fielder's choice. Here we're going to see Fire Bro. Lots and lots of home runs from this batter. That's going to be a single.
Surprisingly, not that far out in the field by him. Wouldn't expect that from him, but changing up his tactics, I suppose.
As Red Critter is going to fly out to left field to end the inning. The Taylor Monsters lead the league by far in plate appearances and pretty much any counting stat you can think of. Maybe not the rate stats, but counting stats. There's a lot of them for the Taylor Monsters. As we come up to the top of the 9th, Blue Pianta up to bat. The Logan Monarchs need a 20-run inning to stay alive in this game. This could be a good start. Blue Pianta is going to send it deep. That'll be a home run, a solo shot. Just need 19 more of those now. Here we'll see Einstein.
You know, when this game is all said and done, it won't be the biggest blowout in the league for the season, but boy, was it sure not pretty still.
It's going to be a diving catch there for Brown Critter. Line out to the shortstop. I'll tell you what, the Logan Monarchs, if you can say one thing about them, they didn't stop fighting. That's about all you can say, but they didn't stop fighting.
You know what, I'll give them this, their outfield of Blooper, Colonel Sanders, and Einstein were unblocked. They prevented so many home runs, we could be looking at a 3-30 game potentially, if not for their defense.
As we're going to line out to the second baseman and then line out to the shortstop to end the game. It's going to be 22-3 in favor of the Taylor Monsters, and yeah. As probably deservedly so, we're going to see a Fire Bro MVP. Let's look at the box score.
Not a single 100 or higher by the Logan Monarchs. And wow, that is 4 members of the Taylor Monsters with 100 or higher.
It's I'll tell you what, the Logan Monarchs have a lot of soul searching to do to see. I mean, if they think they can compete this year, they're going to have a lot of good results, a lot of turnaround coming. And if they're not going to compete this year, how can they improve themselves for the years to come?
And notably, we see Blue Dry Bones there, 20 score, which he was up for trade yesterday against the Bowser Jr. from Taylor Monsters, who, if we could see that score, that would be...
Yeah.
Bowser Jr. an 80-point game for him, beating him out by quite a bit.
Yeah, not much to say about this one. Taylor Monsters 22, the Logan Monarchs 3. I hope that you all can tune back in for our coming games this week as they look to be hopefully a little bit better. Signing off for the first game of Week 4. I will see you next time.